A pleasant and good Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday, October 20th, 2020. Take advantage of the next 2 days. Are you one of those that you haven't cleared out your sprinkling system yet? Or maybe you've got a bunch of leaves you want to get raked up? Well, take advantage of today and Wednesday because, while not all areas will have really good weather over the next 2 days, many of you will. A big cold front is going to come in Thursday and Friday with more snow in the northern areas, colder elsewhere. Definitely you're going to notice it getting cold Thursday and Friday with this first front. Now, a stronger storm system is coming this weekend, really cold air with it, and there's going to be widespread snowfall coming as well. Hunters beware. Also, travelers, if you've got plans on traveling in the region this weekend, especially Saturday night, Sunday, into early Monday, well, a lot of the northern and central Rockies and high plains will have the first, widespread area of snow that will really make roads and highways slick. Hunters in the high country, the mountains of Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, Colorado, all will see a good amount of snow with this weekend storm system. I know a lot of you have been wanting to change in the weather, you elk hunters out here. Well, here it is. Here's where they are today with the jet stream. We've got this nice ridge building up in the Gulf of Alaska, setting the stage for our changes that are coming our way. This big vortex of cold air centered over Hudson Bay has been around for a long time, but the cold air has been staying in those northern areas and not penetrating very far south. So this is where we are by this afternoon, but by Thursday, notice the kink. Notice the dip there. We're starting to see a bigger penetration of that colder air into the region. So it is going to be coming in, that colder air, Wednesday night into Thursday, bringing down temperatures considerably. And we're going to see an area of snowfall right up here Wednesday night into Thursday. And that area I just outlined, there's going to be some accumulating snow. South of that line, just probably some showers coming Wednesday night through Thursday. Thursday and Friday will be noticeably colder as cold air will spill down the Front Range east of the divide as it moves through. That's the first front. This little guy right here is another wedge of cold air pinwheeling around the trough, and that's going to be heading this way right behind it. And that's what's coming in this weekend. Notice we have what we need. The high pressure in Alaska, that is the stage, setting the stage for bringing that cold air south. You always want to watch here. If that high is here, we're going to get colder. And that's exactly what's going to happen. So this is Thursday afternoon and the Friday morning. This is Saturday. That system up here comes south and is getting a pretty big push towards the Great Basin. So this is going to allow the cold air to really spill in. You always want to follow these little wind barbs to show you where the cold air is coming from, the source region of the cold air that's coming in. Well, it's coming from parts of the North Slope of Alaska and the Northwest Territories. If you follow the wind barbs, that's where the cold air comes in and then gets pushed east like that. So temperatures are going to really go down. I think we've got a little sliver of good weather Friday into Saturday morning. But by late Saturday, Saturday night, and Sunday, the cold air really comes in. And by Monday, notice the trough gets all the way down to the Four Corners region. So this will penetrate the cold air much farther south into the southern Rockies and southern plains and eventually in the Midwest than we've seen in a while. And if you take a look at temperatures, you'll see those changes. I want to show you what will evolve with temperatures. Now, this is for tomorrow. See all this orange? Anywhere you see this orange, temperatures are above average. The green and the blue and the purples are below average. So there's a large area here that holds back and keeps the warm air in place for Wednesday. So for today and Wednesday, this orange area, this is where you want to take advantage of the good weather. Up here where the cold air's been, there's going to be more rain and snow shower activity up here, more unsettled weather for the next couple of days. However, by Thursday afternoon, whoa, here comes the cold again. Now, we're still really warm in the southern plains, but look at the contrast. Even cold air now comes along and into the west of the divide, into the Pacific Northwest, and into the Great Basin. Then as you go further, whoa, look at all the purple. This is Thursday, so let's rewind. Tomorrow, great. Thursday gets a lot colder. Saturday and the Sunday, we've got the big purple monster coming in. We've got 30 to 43 degrees below average temperatures. Now, this is according to the European model. The European model is a lot colder than the other ones, but all the computer models agree that the cold is coming. And it's cold both sides of the continental divide. Look at low temperatures Monday morning. This may be exaggerating things a little bit, so take with a grain of salt. But these are not Celsius temperatures. I'm showing you Fahrenheit temperatures by sunrise Monday. Look at all the gray. That gray, anywhere you see gray, is a sub-zero temperature, surrounded by single digits and teens. Will it be this cold? Maybe. I think this might be exaggerating the cold a little bit, but I want to show you this to give you an example of how cold the air is. It's coming off the North Slope. It's coming out of the Northwest Territories. So this is the real deal. That's why if your sprinkler system still has water in it, you better get it out, because by Monday morning, we are going to be looking at the coldest temperatures we've seen, going back to that big cold front that we had right after Labor Day, when we saw that really cold air come in early September. So if you've been wondering where the cold air's been over the last several weeks, well, it's been locked up north, waiting to come south, and here it comes. Precipitation-wise, this is over 10 days. You can see northern Wyoming and southern Montana really, really wet. This is where the heavier moisture is likely going to be, and a lot of this is going to be in snow. As I said in yesterday's podcast, this is a classic La Nina signature. Parts of the northern plains, parts of the northern Rockies, and the Pacific Northwest get cold and wet in La Ninas, while further south, it's a different story. But notice, even eastern Colorado, some of the high country of Colorado, even into Arizona, New Mexico, is going to get into the act. This will really, really help with the fire situation in Wyoming and Colorado right here over the next 5 to 7 days. It'll be a really big help. Notice we can't get much moisture west of the divide. Need another system to come a little bit further west for that to happen. But along and east of the divide, this is going to be the real deal. This is what snow looks like over the next 10 days. Again, this is going to change. Don't take this as the gospel truth. We'll adjust this and we'll see this change over the course of time. But this is to show you where the snowfall potential is going to be, especially in that Sunday, Monday timeframe. Some of this snow up here is actually going to happen here between Wednesday night, Thursday, and into early Friday, even into some of this area here. Wednesday night, Thursday, going to see some snow falling. So be ready for some wintry weather. It is on the way. Now, after the trough leaves us, it's right here. This is by the end of next week. Heading into Halloween weekend, we actually may see a break in the weather. So we've got this winter weather coming that'll last through the early to middle parts of next week. Late next week and next weekend might have some cool but dry weather coming back on in just in time for Halloween. We'll see. Thanks for listening and watching the DayWeather Podcast. Have a good Tuesday.